MMA Oddsbreaker, Frank Trigg. That's Joe B getting ready to fight DJ in the big main event coming up here December 14th. Big fight for everyone involved. Huge
Yep.
fight. This is going to be this is one of those deals where it can define your career, or it could make it so that your career's legacy could be tarnished a little bit. But who cares about that crap? Let's talk about Thanksgiving first.
All right.
What happened during Thanksgiving? Because I know Alpha Male has a huge party. Uriah puts on this huge deal for everyone to come at. The whole bit, like this big Thanksgiving dinner. Did you have to do 2 Thanksgiving dinners, 3 Thanksgiving dinners? Because I know your girlfriend's in different parts. You've got to be in different places. You've got family yourself. Like, how did Thanksgiving work for you?
Thanksgiving I pretty much do with my girlfriend every year, and luckily this year, my fight got moved, which I couldn't have been more excited for. Never thought I'd be so excited to have my fight move back 2 weeks, but in this case, it was really amazing. Got to enjoy some Thanksgiving. If I would have fought last week, it would have been non-existent. So went to Vegas, hung out with some friends and family, watched my good friend and teammate Chris Holdsworth win the Ultimate Fighter, and got some good training in Vegas. Man, got a nice little time, inspiring to see Holdsworth win and start off this little end of the year streak we're gonna have going, and we're ready to cap off a good year coming in 2 weeks.
Let's be honest. How good is Chris Holdsworth really, and how much improvement has he made since? Because I used to commentate on him when he was fighting in the Midwest, and the jump to alpha male for him, I saw an immediate response. But you see him every day.
Yeah,
What's he like in the room, and what's it like having him around you all the time?
he's amazing, man. Like what you saw from Chris on the show, just his focus and discipline and hard work in there. Like he's one of the hardest working guys I know, and it's perfect for him to come in. It's kind of funny because like he's the token like tall guy on the team too. If we're fighting like a tall jiu-jitsu guy, we're like crap out of luck because we just have a bunch of short wrestlers. So Chris is always there, and he comes in and works on his wrestling. Like that guy, when he gets on top of you, like Davey, I was telling the guys, I was like, the only way you get out when Chris gets on top of you is for the round to end or to get submitted. So when he took him down with 4 minutes left, I was like, this is the only way it's going down. This is Danny Lascal Castillo.
Yeah, I talked to Danny a couple days ago, and he was talking about, that's how I know about the dual Thanksgivings, was from Danny. That he was telling me how everyone's got to do, if they're up there in SAC, they got to go to their own family one, then they got to go hang out with Uriah and the alpha male kind of Thanksgiving. So that's why I was wondering how stressful it was for you.
It's pretty easy. You're 2 weeks out from a fight because you know you can only get 1 meal, so it's just like, all right, let's do this.
Man, Frank, super handsome on Skype.
I know. You know what? It's all makeup, and I use a really dark background behind me, so it looks like I'm a lot lighter than I actually am. I'm really about the color of your sweatshirt. It's all lights.
I just wanted to say hi.
Danny, they're
Ladies and gentlemen.
You guys have a really, really tight knit group, and it's all from that wrestling mentality. And a guy like Holdsworth that comes in, he's 5'10", he's my height, fights at a super lightweight, he's real skinny but super good on top. To bring a guy like that guy in, it makes sense body type wise to bring that guy in because you don't have that in your workouts with Chris. Normally before Chris was there, but now you have that super tall guy. He gets on top of you and he beats you up. What's it like now when you have to go compete against? Unfortunately, this fight you're fighting a guy the same height, but when you go fight guys that are taller, how much of a benefit is Chris being a training partner?
It's huge, man. And like that reason, yeah, definitely. To have that different look in there. And then he's improving in all the aspects that he came to work on, his wrestling and striking and everything. So, it's not necessarily anything specific as far as it's just another amazing, tough guy in there with a, champion's mentality, by your side to add to the team, So he's just been a great addition in general. Like his skills and like his specialties are there, but like it's more just having another, top level guy like him in there. And like I said, he works as hard as anybody, so that's always good to see. That's what it takes.
All right, let's talk about you now. You got your fight got pushed back by 2 weeks. Does that burn you out a little bit quicker, or did it help? Did you need the extra 2 weeks to get prepped?
No, man, it helps a lot. I didn't need the extra 2 weeks. I would have been ready to go, but like I said, I never thought I'd be so happy to have my fight move back. But the fact that it happened the way it did, and it's in Sacramento, I get to fight with 4 guys on the card. Like, this is kind of the card I wanted to fight with at the beginning after my last fight, and I knew this card was happening. Like, I wanted to get on it, I was like, all right, I'll fight 2 weeks before, and I'll be fat and happy at this show. But now the fact that I get to fight on it, it's just amazing, man. It's just like it added just this extra excitement and motivation to it. You know, it's been such an amazing year for the team and for myself. And the fact that it's all coming to this head, this culmination at the end in Sacramento, you know, with three, you know, big weeks, you know, before it with Chris, Lance Palmer fighting for the World Series of Fighting title on Saturday, who's my roommate. And then all four of us to end the year like this, like, it's just like I couldn't imagine it anyway, you know, bringing Dwayne and having this amazing year and ending like this. So it didn't really affect anything, man. I think the 2 weeks helped. The way I feel right now, I told myself, I'm like, man, I'm going to pretend all my fights are 2 weeks before the original date because I just feel that good, you know. So yeah, man, it hasn't been a problem. I'm just excited to finally fight in Sacramento.
Let's go back to the first time you fought Demetrious Johnson. Split decision loss. What happened in that fight that, because it's judges at that point. It's like, you know, how do you impress a judge? Like, how do you impress somebody with more action or less action or doing more? What do you think that you could have done differently in that fight to impress one more judge to swing your way?
Yeah, you know, that's not something you can control. The judges, you know, I mean, I could have went out and fought an amazing fight and they could have done this. You know, like, it's not something I can control. So I don't really think about that. I think about going out and, you know, fighting as good as I can. And in that particular fight, I don't feel like I did. You know, one thing I feel, if it makes sense, I went out there and I almost tried too hard. Like, I wanted too bad. I was so obsessed with the result and everything happening that I wasn't concentrating on what was right in front of me with an open mind. Like, I was just so obsessed on the result for months before that, you know, since the flyweight division started. And, yeah, man, it's like I almost tried too hard and went out there. And, you know, it was a close fight. He fought an excellent fight. You know, judges aside, everything aside, I didn't feel like, even if one judge would have given it to me, my initial feeling after that fight was that I didn't perform well. And, you know, that's something that bothers me. You know, even if I would have won, I've been like, I didn't fight as good as I could because I don't know what the judge is going to say. Like, for instance, like, even in other losses, like when I lost to Cruz for the title, when the fight was done, it was over. I was like, hey, man, I went out there and I gave my all. That was a fun fight. I felt good and it was exciting. And, you know, that's it. I can't control the result. In that particular fight, I didn't feel like I went out and fought good. And like I said, so you don't really control the judges, but I don't feel like I performed well. And I've just totally changed my mentality. You know, I think I've closed the gap technically and improved since then. So the great thing about this sport is we can say that. But, you know, December 14th, I get to go out and prove it and, you know, make it happen.
I know you're watching film on Demetrious. What do you think is his biggest improvement over his last couple of fights? Because we all know your biggest improvement's been your hand game. Like, your hand game has accelerated. Not just the top level guys 2 or 3%. Your hand game has jumped 50%. Like, your timing, your accuracy. You've always had power, but now you're doing it in combos. It's retarded almost what you're doing now with your hand speed and your hand game. What's DJ's biggest improvement that you've seen watching his films?
Yeah. I appreciate that. You know, that's something I've definitely been worked on. I think that's where my biggest differences come, is just being more relaxed in there and not having to throw, you know, bombs every time, and knowing I have the power to, you know, touch guys when I find them. You know, it's going to be, you know, it's going to be more likely to do that when you're not just throwing hard ones. But as far as DJ, you know, I think he's grown a lot of confidence just being the champion, you know, that mentality. You know, with me, I can make such big improvements because I brought a whole new coach in. You know, that's not something that happens every day. Like, we totally flipped our system upside down, so you're going to make improvements. With him, you know, it's all the small things. You know, he's become a champion. You know, he's fought 2 hard 5-round fights with 2 great opponents. So he's gone in there, and I think he's just grown a lot of confidence. You know, he's always been skilled and fast and technical. Now I just think he has that confidence, you know, knowing he's the champ. His takedowns looked amazing last time, but that's pretty much been a great weapon of his every fight. So, you know, just say he's going out there and fighting with a lot more confidence.
All right, last question before I let you out of here. What are you buying your girlfriend for Christmas?
That's a secret, man.
No, it's not.
Watch and tell her.
She won't. Trust me, she doesn't pay attention. She's not listening to this interview. Trust me, she won't even see it.
Yeah.
Is it an expensive gift? Do you guys go in and go, look, we're gonna do under a certain amount of money? You know, when you exchange gifts, or do you just go, this is what I'm getting her? Because because remember, you win fight of the night. That's a $50,000 bonus. You get knocked out of the night, it's a $50,000 bonus. Like, this is stuff that could happen. You can go from buying her a $30 gift to buying her a $30,000 gift. You know,
yeah, I got a lot of people, special people in my life to buy gifts for. So, you know, I'm gonna start off, you included, yes. I'm gonna start off making everybody happy.
Look at that guy.
This guy,
Does he own a shirt?
No.
Jesus. If it's got a shirt, it doesn't have sleeves.
Wearing flip flops and no shirt.
That's your man.
Threw a beanie on though for good measure.
So you got a lot of people got to buy gifts for. You were saying.
Got a lot of people I got to buy gifts for, man. I'm gonna start off by making everybody proud on the 14th, and when it comes to the holidays, they're awesome, but it's all about spending time with each other and the people you love, and I just want to make them all proud and then go spend time with them, and I try to be giving year round, not just on one day that's Christmas. So we'll see what happens.
All right, thanks, Joe, for coming on here. Appreciate it. Have fun up there. You don't have to go far. It's up there, right there in your hometown. So you get to sit there, walk out your door.
Exciting, man. It's like a sparring session. Just happens to be at the arena that day with a bunch of people watching, and I get a belt after. So it's pretty awesome.
Perfect. Have fun. We'll talk to you soon, bud.
All right, brother. Thanks.